Hey, what's up everyone? Dave here with another exciting tutorial, and today I want to talk about scripting in Blender, but not just scripting. I'm going to talk about how to use Chat GPT to create scripts in Blender without knowing programming. Okay, just basically telling Blender what you want and then kind of creating some magic. So let's go ahead and kind of dive right in. So you can see I've got Blender launched, and at the top here, there's a bunch of different tabs, and the tab I'm referring to is the scripting tab. And if I click on that, you can see here's where we can put in code. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to OpenAI. Okay, openai.com. That's where you can get ChatGPT. And for those of you, if you've been living under a rock and you don't know what ChatGPT is, it's basically artificial intelligence that you can talk in a normal human language, basically say, hey, I want this to happen, and it kind of produces the code and or whatever you want it to do. It's kind of like magic. So you would log in, and if you obviously you don't have an account, you'd have to sign up. But once you're logged in, then it's going to take you to, it's going to look like this. And now down here it says, hey, what do you want to, what do you want to do? And I'm going to just say this. I'm going to actually type in, you are a professional coder. You write add-ons for Blender. You write clean code that Blender understands, and it works perfectly the first time. To show that you know what you're doing, produce code that when it will run, it'll produce 3 cubes in the scene, each a different color. Okay, now when I click on this, now ChatGPT is going to look at what I wrote, and it's going to try to make sense of what I wrote and give me something that I could give Blender to, again, do whatever I'm asking. So I'm going to give it a little bit of time here. And by the way, ChatGPT, as it is now, there's a couple different versions. There's ChatGPT 3.5 and there's 4. So 4 is technically, it should give you actually even better results. And if you're doing 4, that's going to be $20 a month. But if you're doing 3.5, that's going to be absolutely free. I think what I'm showing here will work on the 3.5 version. So you don't even need to worry about paying for anything. Okay, so here it is. It's producing this script that would make sense for what I asked it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show kind of the technique here, and then I just tested it with a bunch of other things, and it's really crazy what this can do here. So now what I can do is I can click on copy code. Okay, now it's copied, and now I can go back into Blender, and right in here, again in the scripting tab, if this had anything in, I could just go text new, and then I could right click and go to paste. And then when I click on this, look at this. Okay, this was our original cube. Whoop. Actually, let me just delete everything in the scene. I'm going to delete this, and I'll just run this one more time. Okay, so again, edit, paste, and then if I click on this, take a look at that. Okay, so I literally just typed in, hey, create 3 different cubes, 3 different colors, and look at what it produced here. Okay, so I didn't have to know any of the coding. And again, let's go back to this. So I said, to show what you know what you're doing, produce code that when run will produce 3 cubes in a scene, each a different color. Now you might be saying, well, Dave, who cares, right? Well, think about what I'm saying here, because you could say something like, hey, produce 3-point lighting, and it's going to create the lights that would make sense. It's going to put the intensity of the lights. It's going to do the positioning of the lights. It's going to do all that stuff. Again, you're basically telling it what you want to do. You don't have to programmatically know how to do that. So take a look at a few other examples here. Well, actually, let's just do this. I'm going to say, okay, cool. Let's try another script. Okay, now I'm having ChatGPT come up with the idea of what it should do. Okay, so now it's going it's going to do something different. So it's saying this script will demonstrate both object creation and basic material assignment. Okay, so we'll see what it does here. It looks like it's creating a glossy sphere. Let it think here. Sometimes it doesn't work, and in Blender it's going to produce an error code, and what you could do is you could just copy that error code, paste it in here, and then Chat GPT will understand, oh, hey, I see there's this error, let me try to fix it. And you might have to kind of go back and forth 3 or 4 times. But again, it's really interesting. I mean, you could create some tools that would be beneficial to kind of help speed up your workflow. But I suggest trying not something so complicated in the beginning. Just try to get something very simple, okay, just to make sure that the concept works. And then once you kind of start to understand it, then you can kind of play around with it a little bit more complex. I'm not even sure if this one will work here, but again, we'll go ahead and give it a try. And as this is happening, I'm going to show you. I was playing around with this before. Here's a previous session that I was working on. And okay, so this is, let me see. Okay. I asked it to just do anything, and it basically brought in a sphere and started animating it along a curve. Another example is, let me see here. Oh, this is animating the sphere. Here's another one. It just created random cubes in the scene. This one created a staircase. So I feel like I'll demonstrate these as well, and even how we can edit some of them. But I'll go ahead and just try this. Okay, I don't even know what this is going to do, so I'm going to hit copy code. Then I'll come back in here. I'm going to delete everything here. And then I can go text new, paste, and then I'll just try running this. And there we go. I've got that, and maybe what I'll do, I think it's got different materials, so I'll check this. And it does look like they actually might have different materials on. So if I look at this, let me take a look here. I can see that that's a sphere material, that's a cylinder material, and that's a cone material. So yes, they do have their own materials on here. And I can see that the one's a glossy finish, a metallic finish, and a matte finish. So again, just unbelievable what's happening here. Okay, if I look at my other code here, so like this is the stairs case. I'm going to copy the code here, and I'm going to go ahead and run this. So again, text new. I'm going to paste this in, and I'm going to delete this. Okay, now when I run this code, let's see what happens. So if I hit play right here, execute, run the script, it does it like this. And I'm like, hey, wait a minute here. What's happening? Now, if I look at this, and again, I'm not a programmer, but I feel like I know kind of enough just to kind of make sense of this. And I know that this is X, this is Y, and this is Z. So what it's saying is it's going to make basically 10 stairs. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2 units apart is what I'm guessing, right? And then it's X, Y, and Z. So I can see that this is the Y direction, the green. So I'm like, wait a minute, it should be going up in the Z. So I could just go like this. And if I typed in 1 here, now it should go 1 this way and 1 up. Okay, so let me take a look. I'm going to go ahead and delete this and try it again. Okay, hey, there we go. You can see the staircase is going up. That looks like a kind of a high step. So I'm going to try it one more time. So I'm going to put this to maybe like 0.5. Okay, look at that. Really cool stuff here. I have, here's another example. So that was the staircase one. Another example. Let's see here. Okay, create random cubes. If I go to copy code, okay, there we go, we'll copy it. I'll just go text new, and I'm gonna paste this. And you can see here, this is just gonna create a random cubes within the area size of 5, okay? Well, let's see what happens. If I click on this, okay, cool, there it is. And I can click on this again. I can keep adding it. And if I wanted, I could probably say, no, I want 20 cubes. Okay, there we go, we've got 20 cubes. What if I wanted 20 cubes, an area of 10? Okay, now they can spread out even farther. Okay, again, this is programming from natural language. Okay, so I'm using Chat GPT to kind of incorporate into Blender. Again, mind-blowing stuff here. I know these examples that I have are pretty abstract, but hopefully this will kind of get you thinking like, wow, you know, the possibilities are kind of endless. And I bet if you knew programming, you could probably really understand like how to prompt it correctly. I feel like, again, I don't know any programming. I'm just kind of exploring this for myself kind of the first time. So if you have any suggestions or resources or even ideas to try, go ahead and leave it in the comments below. And if you like this kind of stuff, go ahead and make sure to like and subscribe for new videos every week. And I will see you later. All right. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.